Weekdays at 6, Central Illinois' first and only high-definition newscast. We are your local weather authority, and we start with your forecast first.
Thanks for joining us. I'm meteorologist Rachel Kay. Definitely cooling off as we go throughout the afternoon and evening, dropping down in temperatures. Now 68 in Peoria, 69 in Bloomington, 64 in Galesburg and Macomb. With winds coming in from the west about 15 miles per hour, our temperatures are going to continue to drop tomorrow morning in those mid-70s. More sunshine coming back out. I'll tell you how much warmer tomorrow is looking in your full forecast. But first, your news starts right now.
How do you feel today?
Pretty good. Tired, but good.
Two killings closer to closure in Peoria after police announced several arrests, what they're saying about the suspects and the victims.
Plus, a violent afternoon in Bloomington after an attack downtown. We have the latest.
And a wet summer meant bad news for local pools. A look at how the soggy weather slowed business. But first, a nearly 6-month-long homicide investigation gets its big break. Police announce arrests in the murder of 12-year-old DeMarcus Payne.
And one of those arrests has a connection to yesterday's shooting death of 21-year-old Quentin Lowe. Police explained it all in a press conference this afternoon. We start our team coverage tonight in the WMBD newsroom with Hannah Hilliard. She was at that conference. Hannah, what'd you find out?
Well, Paul and Maria, police say the only suspect, along with a witness in yesterday's homicide, also played a hand in the death of DeMarcus Payne. And with the recent spike in violence in town, this is the kind of break police were waiting for. The hectic past 24 hours for Peoria police started Tuesday in Pearson Hills.
An altercation had taken place out on Great Oak and between Daryl Brown and Quentin Lowe.
Police say that fight escalated and ended when Brown shot Lowe multiple times. Police got to the scene around 12:30 and quickly got to work.
Between the detectives, the patrol officers, the target offender officers, everyone did a great job out at the crime scene.
Once police released Brown's picture along with Dronell Hall Jr., who was wanted for questioning, both 18-year-olds turned themselves in Wednesday morning. Only Brown was arrested in Lowe's death, but another homicide case came up.
While investigating that incident, detectives received information regarding the February 2nd homicide of DeMarcus Payne.
While police won't comment on the details of Payne's case, they made arrests in the 6-month-long investigation.
Daryl Brown and Dronell Hall were both arrested for murder in the shooting death of DeMarcus Payne.
Police also arrested a 17-year-old, and there's another connection between the three.
Documented that they are members of a small area gang called the Mac Block.
Police say the arrests start to chip away at 8 unsolved homicides in the city, but there is still a lot to be done.
We'll not declare victory in this because it's still ongoing. We still have several other unsolved homicides that we're continuing to work on.
Well, police say there is still a few loose ends to tie up in Lowe's case, but police say Brown should be the only arrest in connection to that death. Paul?
Thanks, Hannah. Marvis Herring joins us live now from where DeMarcus Payne was found shot in the head. Marvis, what can you tell us tonight?
It's right here in this area. You can see I'm near Broadway and McClure, where emergency responders came and rushed 12-year-old DeMarcus Payne to the hospital. But let's go back for a minute. The shooting happened on February 2nd. That next afternoon, the coroner pronounced him dead at an area hospital. 2 days after the shooting, we talked to family members at a stand down for peace in honor of DeMarcus. And later on, city officials and anti-violence advocates had already put together a television promotion urging the public to speak up. Now, there were billboards put up too around town, and more than 6 months later, there's been 3 arrests today. And police can't stress enough how important the community is in helping them.
Regardless of how small or little the information is or what they may think, you get that piece of information and now all of a sudden you make 3 arrests within a few hour period in a case that we've been investigating since February.
Police say they're glad to have this development in this case, but there's still 7 unsolved deadly cases this year alone. But don't forget, you can call Crime Stoppers. They don't take your name or number. It's all anonymous. You can call them or Peoria Police. Crime Stoppers number 673-9000. Live in Peoria, Marvis Herring, back to you.
Thanks, Marvis. And for complete coverage of the breakthrough for police today, you can head to our website, ciproud.com.
And the Peoria Community Against Violence is getting ready to hold yet another stand down for peace tomorrow. The group is once again calling for peace after Peoria's 13th homicide of the year. The stand down will be at 6 p.m. Thursday at the Gateway Building.
A story out of our Twin Cities newsroom tonight. 2 people are stabbed, another attacked in downtown this afternoon in Bloomington. Police say the stabbings happened just before 2:30 in the 100 block of Washington. An elderly man was beaten soon after nearby at Main and Jefferson. He was a tourist from Germany visiting Route 66. Police have arrested the only suspect right now. He's 35-year-old Jason Hopkins. The victims are expected to be okay. And several area schools are in the clear after being locked down this morning. Peoria police say the schools included Rolling Acres Middle School, Northmore Primary School, Lindbergh Middle School, Keller Primary, and Richwoods High School. They were locked down while police searched for a person with a gun in that area. WMBD has learned the person was taken into custody near the Villa Bardot apartment complex on Knoxville. The schools went into a soft lockdown as a safety precaution. It started around 10 this morning, lasted less than an hour.
School is officially back in session, and that means more kids crossing the street around schools. Police are reminding drivers to follow the speed limit in school safety zones. Now, that's 20 miles per hour when school is in session. In the state of Illinois, all cars must stop when someone is crossing the street. Police say kids often get excited and run into the street without realizing danger like adults do. They say drivers need to be alert for kids darting out in front of cars.
You know, when you're driving down the street and there's cars on both sides, be very aware of kids that might be lingering between those cars, or at least be prepared to act in case something like that happens, a child runs out in front of you.
Police say it would be nearly impossible to stop without hitting a child if you're speeding.
A health alert for you tonight. Researchers say teens who have tried electronic cigarettes are more likely to smoke. They also found the same students were 5 times more likely to smoke cigars and 3 times as likely to smoke hookahs. They couldn't determine if using e-cigs led teens to try smoking, but said the results showed that a disproportionate number of smokers were e-cigarette users first.
The Illinois Department of Public Health says the first human case of West Nile virus has been confirmed in Illinois for 2015. St. Clair County Health Department says a girl fell ill this month. St. Clair County was the first county in the state with the virus this year. In Fulton County, a pool of mosquitoes tested positive for the virus. Now, it was collected in Vermont. The recent hot and dry weather has increased the number of mosquitoes carrying the virus. This is the second confirmed case of West Nile virus in central Illinois this week. Still ahead, an update from our Capitol newsroom, what the Senate discussed as the battle over the state budget continues. But first, Rachel.
Well, Paul, we're actually kind of chilly today with cloud cover and a strong breeze out there, but the sunshine should come back out by tomorrow. Take a look at our temperatures heading into the weekend. That's up next. But first, here's a look on our sky cam over downtown Peoria, 68 degrees.
You're watching WMBD News at 6 in high definition with Paul Cicchini, Maria Chandler, Chief Meteorologist Chris Yates with your local Weather Authority forecast, and Kurt Fegler with sports. This is WMBD News at 6, Central Illinois proud.
We're throwing out our best deals all month long.
Announcing the Mike Miller Mitsubishi Summer Freeze event. Drive interest-free Mitsubishis. Get 0% interest for 72 months on every 2015 Outlander, Outlander Sport, and Lancer. Plus $500 bonus cash.
So hurry on into our avalanche of savings all month long.
Come see us at Mike Miller Mitsubishi on Pioneer Parkway in Peoria, or visit us online at MikeMillerMitsubishi.com.
It's a Mike Miller Minute.
Sundown Roofing joins WMBD and WICC in saluting educators across Central Illinois and the students who use that education to follow their dreams. It's the spirit of excellence.
In January, I had surgery. I had cancer. You can't go through this alone. I felt like the time that I spent here, I really felt like I got my life back. And I really credit IPMR, the STAR program, for doing that.
You know every couple years how you get all excited about upgrading your telephone? Well, GM has got a program just like that. It's called the GM 2-year Sign and Drive program. Anthony?
Yeah, it's $147 a month for a cruise or $169 a month sign and drive for a Malibu. So you basically upgrade your phone every 2 years. Now come upgrade your car every 2 years.
So no money down when you come in, no cash payments ahead of time. You sign it and you drive home on the lease.
You gotta go green.
This portion of WMBD News is brought to you by Morton Community Bank.
Throughout Central Illinois, there's someone lending a helping hand to families and businesses, someone providing the means to make hopes and dreams become reality. We're your hometown community banks, and we're a part of your hometown. Together, we're making our community stronger, one relationship at a time. Hometown Community Banks. Look for the clock tower, and you'll know. We have time for you. Remember, Desi.
The Storm Tracker Skycam Network, brought to you by Parker Chevrolet Buick GMC Cadillac. Now, your local weather authority, WMBD meteorologist Rachel Kay.
All right, just a quick updates on the tornado reports that we did have in Livingston County yesterday. This is an image sent in by Adam Phillips through our Facebook page of that funnel cloud in Chenoa, and we actually did not have any reports of damage. That's the good news. We did have some wind damage and power outages across central Illinois, but not from the tornadoes. So the one in Chenoa and Cornell were both rated EF zeros by the National Weather Service. Today, a far cry from that severe weather. In fact, we're actually a lot chillier out there, and that cloud cover still coming back into the picture on our Borsberry Law Office's Skycam. We've been continuously dropping throughout the afternoon and evening. Actually, right now in Bloomington, normal 69 degrees, low humidity, and a strong breeze with that cloud cover and the winds coming from the west at about 15 miles per hour, making it feel even chillier. We hit an unofficial high in Bloomington this afternoon of 75 and Peoria of 73. Right now, 68 in Peoria. And you can see that cold front still working its way through where we have the greens. That's the colder air that's going to be continuing to come in from the west, and still, unfortunately, a little bit more of that cloud cover. You can see the cloud cover on Storm Tracker. This was a very strong low pressure system, so we're not quite clear of this yet, and a couple of lingering showers passing through. We might see some light sprinkles, but we really should stay mostly dry as we go throughout the night tonight. So if you do want to head out to the Chiefs game, should be a safe night to do that. Actually, they won last night after the severe weather, 6-0. Hopefully tonight will be another good game. First pitch at 7 p.m. Looks like we're going to be in at the mid to upper 60s. And then by the end of the game, dropping down to the low 60s. And with that wind, you're definitely going to want to bring your jacket because it's going to feel a little chilly out there. Looking through future track, you can see we have the chance for a couple of light sprinkles through the evening, and heading into tomorrow morning, that sunshine comes back out. Looks like it should be a beautiful morning commute, but chilly. Again, overnight lows are going to drop down into the 50s, about 53 in Galesburg, 57 in Peoria and Lincoln, 56 in Bloomington and Pontiac. Those winds tomorrow morning are going to be coming from the west still, so bringing in some of that cooler air. Your morning commute looking like the upper 50s, low 60s, and then highs in the afternoon a little bit warmer than today with that sunshine. It looks like we have the chance to be a little bit closer to about 80 degrees in Peoria and Lincoln. Bloomington more like 79, but we may hit 80 as well. Those winds, though, are going to pick up as we go into the afternoon, about 15 miles per hour across central Illinois. Gusts looking as strong as about 20 miles per hour. So you may still want a light jacket, but at least we'll be warming as we head into the weekend. Friday looking mostly sunny in the mid-80s. Saturday warmer too, that low humidity sticking around, and storm chances not returning until Sunday. Paul?
Thanks, Rachel. School's back, marking the end of the pool season for most park districts, but this summer's wet and cool weather put a damper on their business. WMBD's Shane Gustafson joins us in the control room with more. Shane?
Paul, Park District officials in East Peoria are calling the months of May and June the killer months. They had to close Splashdown Water Park and their other pools for about 14 days out of their 10-week season. They say that set them back about 2 weeks worth of revenue. The Park District says about 48,000 people usually visit the pools during a normal summer, but this year they only saw 46,000. They say most of their business came at the end of the summer when the weather got nicer and temperatures got warmer. Pool officials say they're hoping next year's swim season won't be as wet and more people will come out to the pool. Maria?
All right, Shane, thanks. Still ahead, request denied. What former Governor Ron Blagojevich's next steps will be after a request for an appeal to his convictions is shot down.
UFS, famous for deals on Adams Street, downtown Peoria, 10 minutes from anywhere.
Remodel your kitchens now at UFS. For a limited time, kitchen cabinets are 50% off, plus free design. UFS, about 10 minutes from anywhere.
Green Ford has so many deals this month, I won't be able to cover it in 30 seconds, but I'm gonna try. Green Ford has 7 2014 Transit Connects, marked down up to $8,000 off. 2015 Transits, up to $7,000 off. 2015 F-250s and F-150s, up to $11,000. We marked down Explorers up to $7,000, Fusions up to $6,500. See the rest of these great deals at greenfordstore.com. Nobody beats a Green Ford deal, except maybe a green lease. You gotta go to Green.
The internet is a beautiful thing. not because it houses all of human knowledge in one place, but because it brings people together. For streaming the big game, for a little friendly competition, and for sharing small moments. Illinois residents, you can enjoy your current high-speed internet with even higher speeds, letting you connect, stream, and view like never before. Upgrade your current service and get faster speeds for all your internet needs. Call 1-888-FRONTIER today.
Life is full of adventure. Whether you're experiencing adventures in your own backyard or you're finding new adventures in far-off places, trust Gailey to make sure you're experiencing all the beauty life has to offer with clear vision. Answer the call as life invites you to enjoy yet another adventure. Whether you need new glasses and contacts, cataract surgery, or LASIK, Gailey can light the way to new trails ahead. For a location near you, visit GaileyEyeClinic.com. They're the only eyes you'll ever have. Trust Gailey to make sure they last a lifetime.
When you buy a truck, you want a team that understands how you work, what you need, and makes it easy to get. That's every Ram we sell during the summer clearance event at Uftring and Pekin. Easy to get to, just off of 474. Easy to shop, easy to save. UftringPekin.com.
The ultimate girls' day out is back. I'm WMBD's Evelyn Wilkerson. Join me at the Living Well Women's Expo this October in Bloomington.
Now's the time to register your business to join the fun. Get your product and services in front of potential new clients.
Just into the WMBD newsroom, we're hearing reports of a crash in Peoria at the intersection of Charter Oak and Rothmere by Ravinia in around 5:45 this evening. We do have a crew headed to the scene, and we will bring you more information when it is available. Now, the budget debate starting again this afternoon.
They're debating several programs amounting to billions of dollars for state programs and services. Matt Porter joins us live from the Capitol. Matt, are senators still meeting?
Well, the Senate is meeting right now as I speak. Now, they came in late this afternoon to debate several bills that are critical to many state services and programs. Now, the largest of those bills is a $5 billion bill that has federal funds that the state still needs to divert to many state programs and services. And that bill is expected to be passed. Now, a more controversial bill involves the Monetary Award Program. Now, these MAP grants are given to low-income students to help them attend college. Now, a committee agreed to send an amendment funding the program by about $370 million. Now, that's what matches what Bruce Rauner had called for in his budget, although it is $20 million fewer than what Democrats had asked for. But it still could be a tough sell for Republicans who say no new funding bills should be passed without ways to either fund them with new revenue or find cuts to pay for them. Now, we're having a little bit of breaking news right now. I just was informed that the Senate passed a state union negotiations override of the governor's veto. Now, the governor had vetoed a bill that would have allowed state workers to use an independent arbitrator in their negotiations. The Senate overrode that bill 38-15. It will head to the House. Now, I'll have more on that bill as well as everything else that happened today's Senate session coming up tonight at 10. Live here in Springfield, Matt Porter, WMBD News.
All right, thanks, Matt. Former Governor Rod Blagojevich is being denied his request for an appeal on his corruption conviction. Blagojevich was convicted of 18 criminal counts, including trying to sell the Senate seat vacated by President Obama's 2008 election. He began serving a 14-year sentence in 2012. Blago's attorneys requested a new hearing in the case, claiming jurors were not told the difference between bribery and legitimate political deals.
A Bloomington doctor is taking on Rodney Davis for the 13th District U.S. Representative seat, this time as an independent rather than a Democrat. Dr. David Gill will run for the district for a fifth time, most recently losing to Davis in the 2012 election. Gill says he's running as an independent because of his distaste in both the Republican and Democrat parties, saying neither are looking out for the ordinary people he would like to represent. The general election will be in November of next year. Still no Democrat candidate for that race as of right now. The Peoria Central Lions ready to roar on the football field again. Kurtz has tonight's boot camp. That's next in sports.
The insurance companies know which law firms actually take cases to trial. So should you.
At Goldfine & Bowles, we have over 140 years of trial experience. We know our way around the courtroom. Our trusted law firm has built a reputation for delivering positive results for clients from all walks of life.
If you've been hurt on the job or in an accident, don't just settle. Hire the most experienced personal injury law firm in Central Illinois. Call us today.
Gold Fine & Bowles. It's our experience that helps you win.
If you're in the market for a Tempur-Pedic, you need to stop into Sherman's. I got a great selection, plus we'll give you a full year to try it out at home and make sure it's the right Tempur-Pedic for you. You know, Sherman's, we have a love it or send it back guarantee across the board, anything in stock. But with Tempur-Pedic, it's kind of on steroids. If you're not getting the best sleep of your life, you stop back in the store, we will pick out a different Tempur-Pedic and we'll switch it out for that. You got up to a year to do that. There's nowhere you can buy a Tempur-Pedic you'll be more sure that you're going to love it than when you buy it at Sherman's.
Hi, I'm Leonard with Verlo Mattress. I'd like to tell you about a sale we're doing. It's called a Mega Mattress Clearance Sale. In it, you could save up to $250 on a mattress set. If you include an adjustable base, it's up to $500. Along with that, we've got bunk beds and futons and headboards all on sale. Why settle for something out of a warehouse when you can actually have something that's made just for you? You get all the services that come with that from Verlo Mattress. Stop in and see it. We're at 4538 North Brandywine Drive right here in Peoria.
It's time for the bottom line at Upstream Nissan. This week, get 0% for 72 months on the exciting new Altima. Over 60 available, or own one for just $17,990.
And our 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty.
At Upstream Nissan in Peoria.
Up to 60% off department store prices on everything. It's why as long as kids keep going back to school, moms will keep going back to Gordman's.
Boot Camp, brought to you by the Uftring Auto Group and UftringAutoGroup.com.
Amidst a world of brilliant turquoise, there's an exotic new place where green holes meet blue holes, where every carefree pleasure is absolutely free, where time is forgotten and love is remembered. Sandals Emerald Bay, the Bahamas' ultimate all-inclusive golf and spa resort. Close to home, even closer to heaven. Call 1-800-SANDALS.
Now, your local sports with WMBD's Kurt Pegler.
Warren Jones' stay at Bradley is plagued by injury, suspension, an underage drinking incident, and a coaching change. Now it's Jones changing addresses. Coach Brian Werdle dismisses the senior guard from the team for, quote, not living up to the high expectations and standards of the program, unquote. Bradley's leading scorer at 12 points per game, now the 9th player from last year's roster to lead BU. In January, Jones was suspended for using a fake ID to get into a downtown strip club. 9 days left until high school football season kicks off. Our nightly boot camp stop is at Peoria High, a 2014 state semifinalist. It was a remarkable 11-2 season, the Lions' best since 1988. Coach Tim Thornton says this team may be more athletic than last year's. The returning starter says, heartbreak of losing in the state Final Four a year ago is motivation to get back there this fall.
We came just one game short of a state championship last year, and we don't want that again this year. The feeling of that was just horrendous, and I don't want to feel that again.
We try not to look at last year as much because we know we want to start our own thing. We want to make our own little legacy, kind of. And, we just try to, because last year's over. It's a new year now.
The Lions will open against longtime rival Peoria Manual next Friday, and tomorrow night's boot camp stop is at Limestone High. The Bears play the Colts in Saturday's exhibition game. You'll see it here on WMBD. The players aren't real crazy about a long training camp, but they appear to be crazy about the Bears' new coaching staff. When Eddie Royal hit the practice field with the Bears for the first time this year, he didn't feel like a stranger. It's because he's reunited with Coach John Fox.
Just the comfort level, just coming into the building and knowing the face, being familiar with each other. And it's good to be back out there with them. We had a lot of success in Denver, and hopefully it can carry over.
Players so far are giving a thumbs up to Fox, an old school coach bringing some new life to the Bears.
It's been real helpful, so a lot of guys are feeding into that and taking that whole positive energy and just getting back to having fun playing football.
But John Fox isn't the only new coach bringing a fresh attitude to the Bears training camp. Defensive coordinator Vic Fangio is getting positive reviews from his players.
I think Coach Vic Fangio do a great job of, disguising his defense, bringing different blitzes, and you never know which side coming.
It was a nasty break for him.
Fangio's defense came up with 4 takeaways in the preseason opener, which is a big improvement for the unit, which was one of the worst in the NFL last season.
He's seen it all. He's seen all type of offense. He's seen all type of defense. So I'm real confident in what he's trying to do and the calls that he's gonna make.
Briefly, Bloomington's Alex Burge and Todd Mitchell each win and advance to the round of 32 at the U.S. Amateur Golf Championships. Finally, who threw out the better first pitch last night? British Open champ Zach Johnson at last night's Cubs game, or U.S. Open champion Jordan Spieth at last night's Texas Rangers game? You decide. News is back in a couple of minutes.
Here's what you can see tonight on WMBD, Central Illinois Proud.
Here we go.
Life is about these moments, these pieces of time that flash by, but they stay in your heart forever. How many more do we get?
Oh, honey, 70 is the new 80.
The new 60.
Whatever.
When you test drive at Velde Cadillac Buick GMC, extraordinary things can happen. Scott of Pekin test drove the new GMC Yukon, rated highest satisfaction and quality by owners. We sent him on a Maui Jim sunglass shopping spree. Vicki and Richard of Peoria drove to the Peoria riverfront for lunch during their drive of a new Buick Regal. Sign up for a drive today at VeldeGM.com and you could be our next test drive adventure winner. No one will save you more than Velde Cadillac Buick GMC, where he treats you like family.
What's the best way to lose weight? Seattle Sutton's Healthy Eating. A family business since 1985, Seattle Sutton's guarantees weight loss, offering freshly prepared, delicious meals that are low fat, low cholesterol, and sodium restricted. Whether you're diabetic, have hypertension, or seek convenience, Seattle Sutton's is here to help. With no contracts or sign-up fees, eating healthy has never been easier. It's your life, your health. Take control. Call 800-442-DIET or visit seattlesutton.com.
At Grossinger Motors, we brought in a new team that's focused on serving our neighbors. With over 250 of the vehicles you want most. No games or gimmicks.
Right now, you can drive a 2015 CLA 250 for just $329 per month. Or lease the all-new GLA 250, also just $329 per month.
So stop by and visit our new staff in sales and service today. We'll be happy to show you how convenient and affordable owning a new Mercedes-Benz can be. At Grossinger Motors in Bloomington, Normal.
You're watching WMBD News at 6.
A little gloomy out there today.
It is. We're really overcast right now. We had a little bit of sun earlier today, and the good news is we'll have more sun tomorrow, but not right now. Actually looking pretty chilly out there, and temperatures are going to continue to drop. By tomorrow morning, we're going to wake up in the mid-50s. But with the sunshine in the afternoon, we should hit about 80 degrees tomorrow, and then a little bit warmer for Friday and Saturday. Storm chances really not returning till Sunday, and after that, looking pretty sunny again too.
Yeah, today almost fall-like. You could have worn a jacket and
nippy.
been okay. Yeah. All right. Thanks, Rachel. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget, we're always available on air, online, and on the go.
You can head over to our website, ciproud.com, and get the latest news on our app for your smartphone or tablet. We'll see you right back here at 10.